Hey everybody, this is Jessica Lynn from Jessica Lynn Original Studios. And today I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and walk around Port Orleans, the French Quarter. What you can see right there, it's where the buses drop you off. You walk right into this beautiful courtyard, and you can see there's a fountain in the middle, beautiful, live, luscious plants. But let's go ahead and take a turn to the right away, and you can see there is check-in. Super easy. We were there, it was early morning and there wasn't a lot of people. But yeah, this is the check-in area and there's some really beautiful original art, and it looks like they are having Mardi Gras in the background. Lots and lots of space, and again there's that courtyard with the fountain when you first walk in. So we'll go ahead and we'll keep going. Now, across the way, we're going to go over there in just a few minutes. It's got some great beignets, but there is a store, and it is the Jackson, I believe it's just Jackson Square. Yep, now Jackson Square, if you've ever been to New Orleans, is actually kind of the main hub. The restaurant with the beignets is right across the street. It's right by the Mississippi River. There's the Jackson Cathedral. There are these little donkey rides that you can go on if you go down there. So tons of shopping. When you go in there, just so that you know, there is a lot of merchandise specifically to this hotel. Plenty of outdoor seating, and you can see that there are fans above, so if you decide to go and get a couple of beignets, you could go and sit outside and enjoy that in the morning, which is exactly what we ended up doing. As you go straight across, again, there was that fountain to the left. We're going to go ahead to the Float Works and the Sassagoula and the Port Orleans Resort. And this hotel, I mean, I will tell you, many years ago I stayed this one. I've also stayed at what was formerly Dixie Landings, but this hotel is so fun. It's a good size, and they do have evening fun, and that's where they've got the piano player, and it is a ton of fun. Now that is the actual food court, and you can see it looks like Mardi Gras floats have been stored there, which I thought was kind of fun. But over here, let's just go look over here to the left. This is where it's like a quick service moment where you can get beignets. And they have a bunch of different options. So you can get 3 and 6 Mickey beignets. And then they offer dipping sauces. And I'll be really honest, we like them just with the powdered sugar. But we ended up with the salted caramel and the chocolate, which were also very good. For me though, I prefer them just with the powdered sugar. Now when you come in, you see, just get right in line, and you can just order them, pick them up, and head on your way. Now, if it's raining, obviously you can hang out inside. If not, I highly encourage you to go ahead outside. It was so pretty out there, and we ended up just having breakfast, a couple beignets, some hot tea, and the girls had milk. So it was really nice just to kind of relax and be out there. Now, this resort, as well as you can see, it is a very large, so between Port Orleans and Riverside, this is a very large set of hotels. Think about it very similar to Caribbean Beach. So with that being said, there is a lot of walking to be done depending on what you're doing. It's not bad. I mean, it's very pretty, and they've got a bunch of pools all over the place, so you're not necessarily stuck going to the main pool. One of the things we did realize, we haven't stayed at a hotel with like this in a while. We stayed at the Caribbean Beach the last time we went, but one thing we ran into at Caribbean Beach that we would assume would happen here is if it is pouring rain, you have got to walk outside to your room. So one of the things we had been kind of spoiled by was a hotel with a lobby where the bus would drop you off at the lobby, and then you were pretty much set for the night. Just know that's not the case here. This is one of the only moderate hotels that has a hot tub. There's also a playground over here to the right. And again, right behind us, that is that walkway where we first came in. But you can see there's these cute alligators that have been there forever, and I love them just because I have pictures of my little sister when she was, 2 and 3 hanging out there. We're just taking a walk on over to the pool. And this pool really is one of my favorite pools. I remember before I met my husband, we were hanging out by the dragon pool, and I had such a good time. Good memories with my mom. One of the things that is newer, now I haven't stayed there since they added this, but it's a whole kid splash area. Now I'm going to tell you, as a parent, if you have two kids varying in age, make sure you take a look and see what the height requirements are, because they are sticklers for, if you have a child who's a certain age but they're really tall, they're not going to let them go on those rides or that kid playground area, which is kind of a bummer because, I have an older one that is too tall, but she definitely could go on it. And unfortunately, she was not able to. So please make sure that you check that out first. They told her, well, you can run around in the water stuff, but she couldn't go down any of the slides. And so that was kind of a bummer. But this pool, what I really like about it is it's not huge. I've never been there when it's completely packed. So I don't know, if, because there's multiple pools around the resort, I'm not sure. So you'd want to just kind of watch for that. Just know that there are other ones to go to. But again, we were here probably 10 o'clock in the morning, and there was plenty of space to be had for all. All of them are in fences, which I really like, because with little kids, I know that they're not going to run out. And one of the things I love is the theming of this hotel. And you can say, oh, we're staying in the brown building or the yellow and blue. And even in a single building, there are multiple colors and color schemes. And the way the hotel was set up was to feel like you're, kind of walking down the street. And you could tie your horses up, and it has, like little street lamps, and there's actually street signs, which is really helpful, especially the first time that you go to your room and you're not sure where to go. Just like driving, you can just follow your street signs. We always used to tell the kids, just watch the street sign for this one, and that's what we're looking for, and then this colored building. And the theming inside, they've added all new rooms, so those, from what I've seen, look gorgeous. A lot of them have been themed now to The Princess and the Frog, so there's Tiana touches all over. And this hotel has a couple of things that are unique compared to other Disney resorts. The first thing that it does have is it has a hot tub, like I said earlier, which is unique. It also has water as one of its modes of transportation. So most of the deluxe hotels have that, but this moderate also has a boat launch, you can see straight ahead, that will take you right to Disney Springs, which is really nice. And we did put a video up a couple of weeks ago that you can go ahead and watch that. So I will link that video down below, and I'll also there'll be a little letter I up in the corner, so you can click on that if you want to watch the ride from this hotel all the way to Disney Springs. It's about a 25-minute boat ride, not too bad. But it's really a beautiful landscaped area. I'll be really honest, a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to have to walk far, but literally I think when you go to Disney, that should probably just be one of the last things in your mind. But I will tell you, if you are thinking about staying at this hotel, I would definitely ask to be kind of up toward the pool area or up toward the front. There are two sections which are sort of in between Port Orleans and the Riverside, and I will tell you those are kind of a hike. I mean, we're talking probably a good 20 minutes from the bus stop. Now, there is a bus that's going to go all the way around, but that does add extra time to your travels. So again, if your goal is to just kind of have a nice relaxing vacation and you're not kind of doing the hustle bustle, if you are in quick, we have to get somewhere, like you have a reservation or you have an event or somewhere you need to go, with this hotel, just make sure that you give yourself extra time, because you will need it depending on the location of your room. Now, again, beautiful landscaped areas. One of the things I love the most about this hotel is that there, between each of the big sections of room, there are these big landscaped greenery areas. And what's nice about that is if you have little kids or even big kids that want to throw a football back and forth, this is a great way for them to kind of just be, you know, hey, get out of my hair for a minute. Let's just go relax. Let's go outside while we're waiting for everybody to go catch the bus. Let's just go run around and play for a few minutes, or let's go throw the football, or let's go do something. And you can see in between these two sections of the building, there's some nice hedges, and then right beyond that, it's all grass, which is so beautiful. And we really, really enjoyed kind of visiting, getting some beignets, and if nothing else, you know, what I would do is before you stay, if you have the opportunity to come here, maybe you're planning on staying somewhere else, you know, come here for breakfast, go get some beignets, kind of get a feel for the lay of the land. There are carriage rides in this area. There is evening entertainment. There is fishing. There is boat excursions. You can take a boat to Disney Springs like we talked about. You can also go ahead and take the bus anywhere you've got to go. And there's just a ton to do at this hotel. So if you're looking for something sort of, you know, with a lot to do, like you're planning maybe 1 or 2 days that you're going to hang out at the hotel, I would highly encourage that you book this hotel. It's really nice. And like I said, the sister hotel right next door, they have a lot of stuff too. The boats themselves run about every 20 minutes or so. What we found was that it was a little time consuming, but it was really relaxing and a great way to kind of get to Disney Springs. I think it would be an absolutely wonderful way to get back from Disney Springs. So like if you went to the parks all day, ended at Disney Springs with a dinner, and then you could take this nice relaxing boat ride back to your hotel. And you can see just how beautiful it is, just kind of being on this sort of, you know, nice little trek. And there again, just like I told you, there's that nice big greenery right between all of the different resort rooms. Really peaceful. There's a very large walking trail all the way around. They also rented, they had these little like Surrey bikes, which were really kind of fun, where they could have up to, I think, 4 people in there. Back in the day, not anymore, they used to rent actually mice and other smaller boats that if you were an individual or a family, you could rent to go around these waterways, but they unfortunately don't do that anymore. I wonder if I still have some of that video. I'll have to find it if I do. Well, this resort is absolutely beautiful. You know, if you are thinking about it, I hope that, you know, this helped you a little bit with some more information. And I have a lot of Disney that I filmed on our last trip. I know we did Wisconsin Dells Week, but I'm glad to be getting back to Disney. I just want to say thank you again for watching. Don't forget to go to JessicaLynnOriginal.com, take a look at our website, and then don't forget to subscribe. I would love to try and reach 3,000 subscribers by the end of this year, which is 2022. I look forward to seeing you back again soon. Take care, guys.